Are we all saddled up for the final showdown? There only remains one burning question. How will John Dutton exit the series? Will he be sent off gracefully, or will it be a Wild West gun-blazing finale for him? From the looks of Season 5 Part 1 finale, Jamie Dutton might just be the villain we were all looking for. Is Jamie really going to kill John Dutton? Does he have the guts? It's time to take a look at this black sheep of the Dutton clan. The Black Sheep, aka Jamie Dutton. We all know the OG series of Yellowstone is wrapping up after the Season 5 finale. However, the Yellowstone universe is still expanding faster than anything. Now, this begs the question, who will make it out of the season finale alive? As it turns out, it might just be Joe over for Kevin Costner's John Dutton. That ain't news either, since you know all about his other priorities. But hey, we expected that he'd do something major in Season 5 Part 2 and gracefully take his leave. Well, with so much drama on the horizon, it looks like John Dutton might not even make it all the way through Season 5 Part 2. We know. Couldn't Taylor Sheridan have written a better ending for him? If you think this sucks, wait till you hear who kills John Dutton. Rumor, which might just be the truest rumor in history, has it that John will meet his maker at the hands of none other than his own son, Jamie Dutton. Jamie Dutton! Can you believe this? This is just taking the family drama to new heights. Now, how are we so certain about this? You tell us. Would you not believe it if such a piece of news actually came out of Jamie's mouth himself? Yep. Wes Bentley, the man behind Jamie, opened up all about the twisted mind of his character in an interview with TV Line. From the sound of it, it seems Jamie's had enough of his dear old dad's shenanigans. After all, John went and became the very thing Jamie swore to hate. It's exactly like a Shakespearean tragedy meeting a modern-day cowboy showdown. But did you know Bentley's been mulling over the possibility of Jamie killing his old man since Season 1? Yes, sir. That's right. But back then, Bentley thought it would have finished Jamie. However, now things have taken a 180-degree turn. Now it's like a weight will be lifted off his shoulders. Killing John Dutton would leave him free to chase his own dreams. If there still remains a shadow of doubt about whether Jamie will go through with this or not, let us remind you of something you might have forgotten. Jamie Dutton killed his own biological dad. By now, we know this guy's got a knack for making decisions that will downright set the whole chicken coop on fire. But killing your own father? That's a next-level commitment to be a rebel. Isn't this man always bragging about doing what's best for the family? Well, let's be real for once. Everything he does is usually just a ticket to his own aspirations. Do you remember Season 4? That's when things went from, "Oh, Jamie, you scamp," to, "Hello, seriously, dude?" Let us jog your memory a little bit. So, his biological dad, Garrett, went full-on Bond villain on the Dutton clan. He wanted to wipe them all out so his son, Jamie, could rise to glory. And instead of Jamie sending a thank you card, the man went crazy over the idea. But why? Before Jamie was Jamie, he was James Michael Randall. This man was born into a world of chaos and crack pipes. When Jamie was barely 3 months old, his dad caught him sucking on a crack pipe. Can you believe that? And in the meanwhile, his mom was off having her own little shindig with someone else. Now, you'd imagine that Garrett might just give a stern talking to, or maybe even do some baby-proofing to prevent that all from happening again. But not Garrett. Oh no. Instead, he went full Hulk mode and ended up killing Phyllis. After that, Garrett ended up behind bars for 3 decades, and Jamie? Well, let's just say he got a lifetime supply of daddy issues. Then came John Dutton. The patriarch of the Yellowstone saga decides to take in Jamie. Why'd he do it? We don't really know since that was never specified, so your guess is as good as ours. It's possible that John's just got a soft spot for lost souls looking for a second chance. We all know this ain't his first rodeo with adopting troubled kids. Or it could also be that John felt some kind of obligation to Jamie's mom, as they might have been friends before things went south. However, here's where things pick up. In Season 3, Episode 9, Meaner Than Evil, Jamie finally comes face to face with his biological dad. And we don't have to tell you, it was like a powder keg ready to blow. Jamie was on a journey all season. He was trying to find his own path outside of the Dutton shadow, and he was thinking that reconnecting with his dear old dad would give him the closure he needed. Spoiler alert! That didn't happen. Closure was the last thing he got. As it turns out, Garrett was holding on to some way serious grudges against John Dutton. You know, we're talking resentment levels that could actually power a small town. No lies. And to put fuel on the fire, John refused to come back for Garrett in court. And that didn't sit too well with a man with an ego on 7 skies. So what does dear old Garrett do? This man teams up with Riggins, the resident bad boy of the series, and decided that he's gonna create some trouble for the Duttons. Oh, you know, just your typical family reunion stuff. And what does Jamie do? Well, the man's got some balls if we say so. He was done playing the puppet in Garrett's little game. He was done being pulled this way and that. So he decided he was going to break free from the strings. An attempt to save his face? We'll get to how Jamie managed to do that in a while, but here's what you need to remember as well. If there's one person who's got a bone to pick with Jamie, it's his sister Beth. And believe it or not, their sibling rivalry makes the Hatfields and McCoys look like a friendly game of checkers. Remember that time when Jamie took Beth to that abortion clinic that sterilized women? Well, from that time onwards, she has a burning hatred for him that could rival the fires of hell itself. However, Jamie's no stranger to screw-ups. It's his second nature. He'd make a bad decision and then throw a temper tantrum. So when Garrett decided it was time to cut Jamie loose from the Dutton clan, Jamie decided murder was on the menu. We mean, what's a guy to do when he's backed into a corner, right? Jamie killed his old man in a desperate bid to win back favor with the Duttons, and let's just say, it didn't go as planned. Here's where things took a turn that we can say fueled Jamie's fire to kill John Dutton as well. Beth, the master of manipulation, caught wind of Jamie's dirty deed. And do you know what she does? She decides to play puppet master. She's got evidence of Jamie burying the body, and that woman is not afraid to use it. That's for sure. Fast forward to season 5, John is shown sitting pretty as the governor of Montana. Jamie, on the other hand, is trapped in a web of blackmail and betrayal. And when we say that this man's willing to sell his soul to the highest bidder just to earn back a seat at the Dutton table, we mean it. But here's the kicker. Even if he's willing to play ball, Beth ain't buying it. After all, once you've killed your own dad and danced with the devil, who's to say you won't do it again? A matter of certainty. We know John has to go, one way or another. But is it really going to be through the hands of Jamie? Well, yes. Jamie's been making some shady moves, and fans everywhere are fully speculating. But here's where things get interesting. Did you know that Kevin Costner has a clause in his contract that basically says John Dutton can't go out like a loser? You know, gotta keep the leading man looking good and all that jazz. Now, what does this mean for John's grand exit? Well, your guess is as good as mine. But it sounds like we might be in for a heroic last stand kind of situation, rather than just another run-of-the-mill demise. What do you think? Will it be by the hands of Jamie Dutton? Let us know in the comments below, and stay tuned for more things Yellowstone.